right,
the first time my mother hit me.
The very first time
I was 2. I didn't take the baba like she wanted.
I was but 1.
You were but 1.
I was but 1. My
that's a
nappy kept
cruelty
getting
not even
filled.
I can fathom. Oh, Jamie. Your name's on the cups. I was like, I get it.
Do you know that I looked up how to do a transatlantic voice?
Yeah.
Oot. Something about oots. What
is transatlantic?
How do you do?
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is good.
How do you do?
How do you do what is a transatlantic accent?
So it's like
what territory?
It's kind of like British, but it's like America. Like it's back in like the 50s, 40s, 30s era.
Like I can picture it. It's like, come get the news.
Yeah.
She murdered him, you see?
Ooh,
Like
that
something
was
like
good
that. When I go to it, like, I'm a man.
Huh?
I do it as
You
a
do
man.
the man.
Yeah.
I'm a woman. There's this.
I am a man.
And I'm the lady in this relationship.
This is relationship. Don't you forget it.
There's this comedian. She's so fucking funny. I don't know her name, but she dresses up in this like blue gown, and she does why can't I say it? Transatlantic.
Liam's Hemsworth.
Transatlantic.
Yeah, you gotta say it like that.
I hate it.
Transatlantic.
I was listening to her, and she does a transatlantic.
Okay, you're going to Minnesota.
Was there too many? Anyways, hey ghoulies,
and welcome to the show.
Welcome to the pod. It's Jamie,
and this is Tara.
And
welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
Did you show your ID at the door?
Better. I'm going to keep that information.
Benji check your ID?
I hope you have just as bad credit as I do, because I'm taking it.
Were you stamped?
I remember those days where you go out and get stamped.
It's 40 and above, the club. We don't know.
My type of people. We're out by 7.
Everywhere. Yeah. You come here, you take a nap, and you leave.
Get a nice matinee, and then you live your life.
50 by 7, and we all clean up after ourselves.
Yeah. We tip very well.
You take a liquid IV on the way out.
Would love.
Well, I'm happy to be back. It's just us today.
Yeah, it is. It's actually just us, which is something that's a little bit new for everybody out there to experience.
And us.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Experiencing it together.
All together. I feel like, personally, I'm in like a brain fog right now. Like, I am fogged out.
A brain frog?
I thought I got away with that.
You can't get away with anything on your own, unfortunately.
Detective Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like...
Well, maybe it was because of like how high we were last night.
Oh my god,
Probably
yes.
High. We were in a brain fog this morning.
So I don't know if you other 30-year-olds like D&D, but we've come into...
We're cutting this. We
gotta let them know. We gotta let the people know we're relatable. We're just as... We might be super, super hot, and I get that for us. We are, a regular group of people that are 30-year-olds playing Dungeons and Dragons. There, babe.
It's in the teeth.
It's in the teeth? Do you think it's in our teeth?
No. I paid for my teeth.
They look beautiful.
Thank you. I bought my teeth.
I bought my teeth. I want it.
I ripped my own teeth out, and I put in some dentures I found.
Oh. Where are they from? A homeless man?
What?
Were they from a homeless man? Did that sound like gibberish?
It did. Who knows who they were from?
I've gotten yelled at multiple times by Ralph for just mumbling.
I used to be bullied by my very close dear friends for mumbling. Very much so. So I had to work on that.
Yeah.
But I'm a mumbler.
By heart and by trade. And I'm okay with that.
It's the mystery of us.
And also, like, why would I want to put that much energy into life? You know what I mean? Like, enunciate?
No.
So happy to have a podcast.
Where I speak super clearly.
And really enunciate every word.
Well, I'm excited. Jamie's leading this podcast today.
I am.
And the topic that is near and dear to her.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm excited too.
It's about the Cecil Hotel. If you guys don't know about it, look it up, babes, because it is
5 stars. Go stay.
You love it.
You love it. I think it's like $39 a night. Steal. In
honestly.
LA? Downtown LA?
Downtown. A booming area, if you will.
Not a scary person in sight.
No, not even half a block away.
Yeah, you should go stay at the world-renowned Cecil Hotel. It rivals the Ritz.
Honestly, they made themselves into a hostel, if you didn't know. So if you're young out there.
It's very hostile there, so.
Well, true. And they actually made the hostel more expensive than the hotel itself. Hotel? Yeah, can you believe it? Do you remember in 2013 where there's like a video that went out and it was of like this girl that was in a elevator and she was like, yes.
Of course I remember that.
So.
Having like a breakdown.
Truly, she was in the elevator. You watched her enter in, and she I remember everybody thought she was haunted. Everybody thought she was possessed by a demon, especially around in my grade. It was the most bizarre thing. I was hooked on it.
It was definitely my first encounter with the Cecil Hotel. I don't think I had ever acknowledged it or knew it. I was in college. I didn't care about it. Yeah. I've never been to LA, so there's no reason for me to know. But then that's when everything started coming out a little bit more, and you
you really heard what the fuck is going on at the Cecil Hotel.
This weird ass hotel.
So this episode, we're going to be going over the Cecil Hotel, like we were talking about, and that's located in downtown Los Angeles, and I'm going to go over exactly why people think it's one of the most haunted hotels in the world and what exactly gave it that reputation. And I'm going to do another TW, all the episodes that I seem to just gravitate toward.
And what is this one for?
This one is for talk of death and suicide.
Well...
And a little bit of SI on the side.
Okay. I was we have to TW for death? That's the whole thing.
I know, truly. But it's
so, shocker, somebody dies.
But the suicide thing, I think, is good. Because,
Who kills himself?
Well, people.
That's true. It's been done in the past.
It has. So if that's
and
something, also been done in the past.
Okay, so we have trigger warnings. So, if you don't want to hear it, you can leave.
Thank you. Get the fuck out. But then just...
There's the door, Shannon Bador.
Ooh.
It's from Real Housewives.
All right, so let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into it.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so the Cecil Hotel opened in 1924, having 15 floors without the 13th floor, which is very common for hotels.
Wait, what? They had 15 floors, but they didn't have a 13th floor?
Yeah, that's very bad juju.
Oh, so they just eliminate the 13th floor. So technically the 14th floor is the 13th floor.
Correct.
Or was there a 13th floor that you just couldn't go to?
No, they don't have it.
They just never named it. Mm-hmm. So really there is a 13th floor.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of funny that you bring that up because
I
specifically have it. Yeah, why do they try and if you're gonna have over 13 floors, you have a 13th floor,
right?
What, just because you don't name it?
Or just build a whole floor and nobody can go to it.
Fair. That way you keep the ookly spooklies there.
And there, you store all your Ouija boards on the 13th abandoned floor.
You're welcome. We're solving this. I think this was a problem solved for.
We can just shut down the hotel. We just shut it all down. End the podcast. We just made millions.
You're welcome. And it housed 700 rooms, which is banana cakes for the time because made in 1924. 700 rooms. Wow. Not only was this a huge hotel, but the entrance of the Cecil was also super luxurious. It was made with marble. It had a grand entrance. It was actually also modeled off of the Hotel Cecil in London. So she's a little bit worldly. Which is another huge big building.
It's a good hotel?
Yeah, in London. Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's a nice one. And that's still around. It replaced a mansion that was the one in London replaced a mansion that used to be on the same grounds. But when they had begun the process of mapping out and building the Cecil in downtown Los Angeles, it was actually the beginning of stages of it being a booming area that is downtown Los Angeles. They really truly thought it was going to be the new Hollywood, essentially, because they had really high hopes for it becoming more of a residential area where it would give family reason to visit. But unfortunately, once they opened, it wasn't long after the corporatization of America had started, and that meant instead of there being places in downtown where people could have geared up more family orientated, it was corporations were buying up these plots left and right, and that gave very little reason for people to actually visit downtown in comparon to visiting Hollywood,
because they were just going there to work. There was no touristy things or
exactly
family things or things just to do. It was just it was an industrial park essentially.
Yep. So where they had a really good thought process and a really good opportunity, it was the corporatization that just
well, look at it. Fuck themselves again, America.
Yeah, and we're still getting fucked to this day.
From corporations.
So the Cecil still had pretty good hope, though, that they were going to switch gears and make their new targeted audience guests, I should say, be business and salesmen alike, especially because they were located right next to this terminal of transportation.
Okay.
And once again, as luck had it for the Cecil, automobile ownership started to boom, which before wasn't such a thing.
So this was like everything that could go wrong is going wrong with this plan.
Yeah.
Every plan A. Okay. Plan B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna get it right.
Okay. Fucking love it.
Just a touch too late.
Just imagine being like the owner and like being like, oh my God, downtown,
like
perfect. This is a beautiful
years
lot.
too late.
Yeah. I truly.
It's like, damn, if I just did this 10 years ago, I would have got 10 years of profit, but now there's...
And who knows, they could have like actually established a better area for themselves with downtown. But, you know, with the boom of the vehicle ownership like we were talking about, they did not include a parking lot in their plans. And they relied on that terminal. So it was that actually made the decision of some traveling working people choose other locations and other hotels that had those amenities that they could use to park their car. And the final hit though that the Cecil took was the stock market crash of 1929.
Oh, that little thing?
Yeah, that little thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, that a lot of people
the depression?
that our grandparents have like war stories about.
I have the depression too.
A lot of us do.
Okay, so the Cecil was set up for failure.
Honestly, it was like
it was always gonna be cursed.
From the very get. Probably
As
that guy's family member didn't bring Madame Zimoni, or whatever her name is, up the mountain.
Oh my God, from Holes?
Yeah.
It was
Zeroni?
Zeroni, yeah, Madame Zeroni. Hector Zeroni. Stanley Yelnats.
So now that the stock market crashed, so obviously their last targeted clientele, which was businessmen and salesmen, they were all losing their jobs left and right. And of course, with everybody losing their jobs, homelessness skyrocketed, especially for the area because it was so populated. And it was from that created Skid Row as we know it today. That's half a block away from the Cecil.
Good old Skid Row.
Yep. So, of course, trying to maintain some sort of income, the Cecil then transformed itself to be a low-budget, low-income housing for the homeless. What the Cecil, again, did not take into account was the type of people that would now be staying there. So that easily ended up being people, of course, from Skid Row trying to better their own situations. But that brought a lot of people with addictions from being depressed, and even prior to, now that they had a lot of gets being essentially zooted out of their minds, walking up and down the hallways.
Having a great time.
Just
having a
by themselves.
Time.
Well, yeah, but maybe great.
No, yeah, in the moment. I mean, you know. I wouldn't do crack. No, that's not true. I've done crack. Crack cocaine.
I know, but one of those, remember that pen?
Yeah, okay. I want to say I would never do meth, but I have done Adderall, and I hear they're essentially the same.
I've done a lot of things in my life. I couldn't tell what the comparison was. I've done DMT, but I was like a really tiny bit.
So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I didn't really do too much. I've done a lot of tiny amounts of things, which I'm happy I stopped because, babe, wow. My brain chemistry was...
at the shore.
Yeah.
we had
that wasn't weed,
patents.
And it wasn't weed.
We just don't think it was. We were very fucked up, but it was fun. I had a great time.
Do they have crack in pens? Audience confirm.
I don't. hotgirlsclub@gmail.com.
Ooh, Carolina, can you look up if heroin comes in pen form? Thank you. We'll get that answer to you guys. Just wait.
We'll update in the next episode.
So, then that's where the hotel starts to get a bad reputation and making potential future guests hesitant to stay there. And this could have been the also beginning stages of how the Cecil really started to attract this maleficent energy. And some people say they probably even had it since opening day, considering everything that happened.
Would you say maleficent or malevolent?
I could say both. I looked up the word Maleficent.
Maleficent is like the name of the cat from Cinderella.
Yeah, but I think it's like bad.
It is bad, but I would say malevolent.
I say both. Maleficent and malevolent.
Maleficent. Word meaning.
Give us the
word origin.
defo.
Comes from the Latin word which means doing harm or evil.
There we go. I would say
wicked.
Yeah.
Something wicked this way comes.
I'm telling you, it's both.
Have you ever seen the movie Malevolent? It's really good.
Is that the one with Angelina Jolie?
No, I don't even know who the actress is. It's like a really weird movie. It feels like an A24 movie.
I don't think so. I've seen it.
It's good.
Yes,
okay, so the Maleficent
yes.
energy.
Yes.
Which was evil.
Yes.
Just always with the Cecil.
So some could have said that it was brought with these people of being so down on themselves, or it could have just been something that from the ground up was built into
their
hotel.
energy just like seeps into the walls and things, which I kind of feel. I feel true to my, like, I feel that. I feel that, like, you attract certain energy sometimes. I think that, like, not so much that it's, like, all the energy in the world is about you, but I do think sometimes what you put out is what you get in. Yeah. And especially if, like, you have a lot of really, like, negative energy because of the situation these people are in, I guess you could say. Like, I can understand why maybe you walk in, you get a little chill down your spine or something. Yeah, I definitely think that, and that speaks to me, because I believe in ghosts and I believe in all that. I also think that speaks to why ghosts can hold on to certain things and like certain areas of wherever it was either they wanted to be or died in. And I think that's just like vibes, like you truly feel. Some people can. I don't know if it necessarily you listener can, but I feel like that speaks to a lot of people that can feel vibes of others. Yeah, I can't. I can pick up on a vibe in a second. I can pick up on a vibe of a person. I can't pick up a vibe of a place. Oh, no, me neither. Oh, okay. Like, no, I can't go into a place and be like, we're definitely haunted. I've never been able to do that. Like, I've, like, maybe, like, felt a chill once or twice, but I'm very bad at, like, feeling like... I would immediately be like, oh my god, this drafty-ass place. I would just be like, okay, so we're in an abandoned house. The only thing scary is that we're doing this at 2 a.m. because we're stupid. Yeah. I'd, like, a person can come and harm us. Like, if there was a noise, I'd be like, there's a fucking homeless man. I guess, like, exactly. Here, like, I feel like there's nothing scarier than other humans. Yeah, so true. And I feel like, have you ever been to Kings Park? No. I've been to Pilgrim State, though, on a... Have you? A school trip, yeah. That, I will say, gave a lot of weird... Like, it just gave weird energy. Yeah. So, listeners, Pilgrim State, this is, like, kind of, like, completely irrelevant to the Cecil Hotel, but Pilgrim State, there's, like, 2 well-known psychiatric, like, institutions on Long Island. There's Kings Park, which is actually completely abandoned and has a lot more scary stories. Like, I had a teacher in high school, like, tell a story. Like, everybody has a story. People have gone to it. And then Pilgrim State is another really well-known mental institution, or mental health. Yes, and part of it is abandoned and closed. And if you take psychology in high school, you'll probably go on a school trip there. So I went there, and it just has so many things there, but everything just has this, like, I don't know, like this very, like, old feeling to it. Like, it's almost like standing still in time. Like, they had a bowling alley, but it was kind of eerie. Ooh. They even had, like, the animal therapy. They had the art therapy, which is obviously very troubled, like the art that they were making. Yeah, it was just very interesting. So, like, I definitely want to do an episode of, like, an abandoned psychiatric... or just, like, about a psychiatric place. I would love to do that, I think it's giving American Horror Story Asylum. Yes. And I want to give that to everybody else. I love asylums. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to it. It was in January 22nd of 1927 where the Cecil experiences its first death, just 3 years after they opened the doors. Wow. Yeah. That's quick. And it was a Mr. Percy Ormond Cook. He ended up taking his own life by a gunshot to the head. And that's because... Sorry. It's aggressive. First one is a suicide. Yeah. So he went there to kill himself? He was, like, conflicting. Like, he was debating whether or not to do it, and ultimately he did it. Was he a resident there, or did he just happen to stay that night? He was staying there for, I think it was either a week or 2 weeks. And he was really debating back and forth on if he wanted to do it. And he did it because him and his wife had a falling out, and he was no longer, like, a part of his family. We don't know why. Guys, hang tight. Please. Don't just... That's so sad. I mean, I don't know, the time period, it was in the 30s, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's so sad, but... Or just before the 30s. Oh, it was in the 20s. But essentially, it was 27. It was, like, it was just, like, the fucking years. Yeah. That's very sad. Okay, sorry, go on. Yeah, so then... In 31, 32, and 34, the Cecil has another 3 suicides. And this is in forms of poisoning, gunshot, and slitting their own throat. These are just suicides? Suicides. Slitting their own throat. Mm-hmm. The poisoning, they believe to be a suicide. They're unsure because he didn't leave a note. But he ingested it. Slitting your own throat. That's hardcore. That's metal as fuck. Yeah. Like, not everybody can slit their own throat. Dramatics of it all. Like, a gunshot is pull.
Yeah.
You know, essentially poison, you could just be drinking it in a Gatorade. You know, taking pills.
Like, you are
slitting your wrists is too, I think, but like committing to slitting your own throat.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
That's like you were, like, you made that decision. And there was no talking you out of that.
No.
That's like, you gotta be 51-50, right?
I mean, if you have enough, like, mental strength to slit your own throat, you have enough mental strength to
bite your finger
not
off.
kill yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Bite your finger off? Okay, that's
Well, you know, it's like a carrot.
Were they, like, on, like, meth?
I don't know. They could have been.
Probably.
Skid Row's right there. So, like, let me take a little bit of meth in.
When did Skid Row start?
It started in literally when the stock market crashed. So
okay, wow.
I think that they already probably
that
had
should be like a historical monument. The Skid Row.
Yeah,
it's about 100 years old.
It is. It's like it's an entity. It's like it's a separate form of like area. Even like
I can't believe it's maintained this status all these years.
Like 100 years later, you're still Skid Row. Pretty cool. I mean,
troubling.
Yeah, I guess we don't want that, but
no.
Have fun. What generational?
What else are we gonna do?
Like my grandfather lived here with my mom and now me.
On Skid Row, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, do you think they have like homeless mansions? No.
Nope. These little shanty towns? No.
Never mind.
You and your entire family for generations have been living out of tent? Reevaluate.
Yeah, I guess you could, but like it's like lawless town in there.
It's like a block,
like a long block.
I know, but still, you don't want to raise your family there.
That's not. That's not like you want.
You're there for a short time.
You're right. Okay. Short term.
If you see Jamie there, you didn't.
No, I'm just perusing. I would never. Oh my god, I'd be scared. I'm scared to like leave my house. So I couldn't even.
I would do it.
You would? Skid Row?
I would walk it.
There's something wrong with you. Skid Row.
I would walk it in the daylight. Yeah.
No.
Nobody's gonna do anything in the daylight.
They for sure would.
No, I think we're good.
Sure, no,
I think we're good.
Okay, if you see Tara there, you did, and get her out.
If you see her corpse,
get her out.
We did. Get her out, police.
Somebody call the cops on her.
Like, ma'am, you're disturbing Skid Row. I'm like, excuse me.
So it's not funny.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I like that you said you were disturbing Skid Row. I was trying to go back into this, and I was like, I caught that after like a minute or so. Okay, so it was in 1937 that I actually experienced his first death by falling, and this becomes a theme for the Cecil. Her name was Gracie Margro, and it was determined that she ended up falling out of the 9th story window, and her fall was actually broken by telephone wires, which ended up being wrapped around her body.
I don't know if that's the right term.
What?
Broken. Telephone wires broke her fall.
No, but they did. Yeah. If she didn't hit the telephone wire, she would have been dead on impact. But because
she didn't die?
She didn't die right away. She did. Oh. Sorry.
I was like, wait, that's a success story.
She doesn't survive. No.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Good is dead.
Later at the hospital.
Like,
but right away.
Like 3 hours later.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, again, it's very, like, the history is bananas of it all. But it was also never confirmed that whether or not she had actually tried to commit suicide herself, or if somebody else pushed her, or if it was just an accident that she was sitting outside of a window or on the window ledge and fell back by accident. And it was actually just a year later in 1938 that there was another death by falling. However, this one was actually confirmed that it was a suicide, and they were found dead on the skylight of the building adjacent to the Cecil, and that he had chosen the death by jumping.
Oof, I don't think I could do that.
I feel like I could do that one.
I've skydived.
Actually,
I don't know.
Now that I think about it,
that's like not killing yourself.
People do that to feel more alive, as a matter of fact.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, I did the big swing jump where you like are hoisted up in a little swing 200 feet in the air, and then like you have to pull a lever, and then you like free fall, and then you go shoo. So like bungee jumping, but like
at like a Six Flags type thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to bungee jump. I did in my younger years, but then all this shit with my back. So now I feel
my God.
it would either paralyze me or
the best crack
fix
ever
everything in my entire fix my whole back.
Full on.
So who knows?
You know.
I just like have a back spasm. I'm like, I would have to take a muscle relaxer before bungee jumping.
Ooh, that would probably be better. Yeah, and then it would be like a realignment.
Or just severs my spine.
I don't think so. You ever see those people that jump and they hit the water by accident?
They die. They don't die, but they should.
They get fucked up for sure.
If they're getting concrete.
Yeah. From that height. Well, I guess depending on what height it is that they jump. So it was now in 39 and 40 that there was another 2 suicides. And then it's 4 years later, so they have a little bit of a break. But in 1944 is when the Cecil's next documented death was. And this one was actually kind of horrific.
What do you think came first? Like the deaths or the Cecil? You know what I mean? The Cecil or the deaths? Like, what is it? Is it the Cecil that's causing the deaths, or is it the deaths that's causing more deaths? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening here?
Because it's like, obviously you see a theme of like jumping. After one person jumps, now everybody wants to jump.
The Taylor Swift song. I think about jumping off of really tall somethings just to see you come running. Me. I would hurt myself to see somebody visit me.
To see somebody jump?
No, like she's saying, like you'd hurt yourself to see if the person you're hanging out would come check on you.
Oh.
Younger me would have. Now I don't care.
I don't really listen to Taylor Swift.
That's okay. Anyway, so the next death.
Horrific. So it again, I just actually really want to be advised while listening to this one listener. It was a murder of a newborn baby to Dorothy Jean Purcell, who was unwed with her boyfriend while staying at the Cecil. Of course, during this time, that was the type of behavior that was like strongly looked down on. And she did testify that she actually was unaware of the pregnancy to start, and that when she gave birth in the hotel restroom, that she thought she had given birth to a stillborn baby, and she threw him out the window. Let that sink in. It was wild. Reading that, I was like, this isn't real.
So that's
newspapers on.
That's your reaction.
Yeah, to giving birth to a baby.
Dead or alive? Throw it out the window.
Yeah. She was like, oh, my baby's dead. Throws it out the window.
But it wasn't dead.
It wasn't dead. So she was found guilty, obviously, on reason, but she was found guilty on reason of insanity. She was only 19 at the time, and she said that the man that she was saying he was 38 years old. Wild age difference there. And
death to this man.
Yeah. But actually, he was also not aware of the pregnancy, and she believed the baby's father to be from her hometown in Iowa. So she was like a little runaround Sue, whatever.
Oh my God, Runaround Sue. Yeah. Stop, okay.
I love that music, that song. Which one of the things was, too, was she was giving birth. She actually came to that she was giving birth while she was in the hotel room with this guy in bed. She like gets out of bed, walks down the hallway, and gives birth on the restroom floor. And then the person that did the autopsy to confirm that the baby had air in its lungs, but because the baby didn't have what at the time they all thought you had to smack the baby to get the baby to start crying, because he didn't have that's why he was just chilling. He came into the world chilled.
So she just thought he was dead because he wasn't crying.
Yeah.
Well, she still seems like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, a little bit. Why the fuck would you throw any kind? But it's like, the people that give birth in like the toilets and then like leave the babies there.
It's usually children.
She also had a very severe infection because of the whole afterbirth situation of it all.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm. So she was like in the hospital in the prisoner ward for a while, recovering. Continuing the previous trend of falling by suicide, or suicide by falling, is that in 47, 54, and 62, there was another 3 deaths. Later in the year of 62, there was also another suicide by jumping, and it was of a Miss Pauline Unn, and she had decided to take her own life that way. However, on her way down, her impact, she actually ended up landing on a man named George Gianni. Police had originally thought that the two had made a suicide pact, but they come to find out after investigating that he was actually just a pedestrian walking down the street, and they knew that because his shoes were still on, that if he had fallen if he'd taken his life by falling, the impact would have made his shoes essentially fly off, and that's how they knew that he was just...
That's so sad.
Can you believe that? Like walking down the street and then somebody falls on you.
That's like my worst nightmare in New York City. It's like something falling out of the sky and like just completely killing me.
My worst nightmare is as soon as I get there, the smell.
The snow?
Smell.
Oh, I mean, the smell is disgusting.
Foul.
Just piss and garbage.
Everywhere. That's why I hate it. Mm-hmm. And then also, you go to a city and all of a sudden somebody falls on you, so.
Yeah, like such.
As Mr. George.
Minding his own damn business.
And then all of a sudden, he gets landed on. It was 2 years later in 64 that it was a huge hit to the residences and employees of the Cecil, like when they found a woman that was given the loving nickname of Pigeon Goldie, that she was brutally murdered. She had lived at the Cecil for some time, and she was always being seen outside taking care of the pigeons or on top of the Cecil or out in the square nearby. She was discovered having been strangled, stabbed, and raped, and her body was on the bed while her bedroom had been ransacked in a robbery, and she was 65 at the time.
Oh, God.
And then in 75, there was another suicide by jumping on the 12th floor, went out of the 12th floor window. And in 92, there was a death of an African-American man by falling from the Cecil's 15th floor, but police were not able to identify the man or be able to confirm if he had fallen, jumped, or was pushed.
Okay. I don't even know how much we're up to now.
How many? It's like, I believe it's over 20. Like, well...
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's about 20 deaths, but I don't know if I list them all.
Yeah, I mean, how could you?
Yeah, it's... You
We'd be here for days. Oh my God, okay.
It's... The Cecil is something else with, like, the amounts of deaths
Was
that
this
come
what
from it.
American Horror Story based its hotel season off?
Yes,
I
it
thought
is.
it based it off of the H.H. Holmes.
Oh,
But it feels more like the Cecil.
It is based off the Cecil.
Okay.
Yeah.
It definitely feels more like the Cecil for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they probably took aspects of both, but...
They did because of, like, one hidden, like, thing, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Something else worth mentioning, and to be said as to why the Cecil has given so many visitors the vibe that it was emanating a sort of darkness, was that 10 years earlier in the 80s, a very prolific serial killer stayed at the Cecil and his heightened string of crime. And it was a Mr. the Night Stalker, a Mr. Richard Ramirez.
Oh, the man who smelled like goats.
Yes. Imagine that's like what, like, you're a serial killer, but that's what people really know you for.
That's what people know him for. He's
smelling
disgusting.
such like shit.
And having rotted teeth.
He's dead now. Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, thank God. But anyone who ever found that man attractive...
People found him attractive? You're fucking kidding.
Women flock to him.
I guess there's something for everybody.
No, there's not. There shouldn't be anyone for him. Anyone who finds serial killers attractive.
Well, they're fucked up. They like reevaluate yourself. You know what I mean?
Go to therapy. Therapy is really good for you.
It is super good
please
for
just
you.
go to it.
You know, they have
the
online
Night Stalker
therapy.
was hideous.
Yeah, he was foul looking.
Richard Ramirez was a little shitty shithead.
During his stay at the Cecil, it was the summer of 85, and he killed at least 13 people and sexually assaulted at least 11. And his crimes in nature were so horrific that when he was being sentenced, he was given 19 separate death penalties.
Bless.
Truly.
He was a horrible person, and we would definitely will have to do him one day.
Yeah.
Because the way that he was found and captured is one of my favorite stories in all of like true crime history. The way that town, that community came together.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people I want to. I love confrontational people like that.
Yeah.
Those are the type of good citizens. You know what I mean? Do-gooders or whatever that is. But they just did it super confrontationally and aggressively. It was amazing.
Yeah. It was like the right
there.
kind of witch hunt, if you will.
Absolutely.
But it was because they saw him and they recognized him based off of the wanted
goat smell. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
just kidding. It was that. Yeah, it was on the newspaper or something on the TV.
Yeah, it was. I thought that was so cool. That was like a couple of them. They just got him. They were like, "No, you're done. You're done." Yeah, but something a lot of people actually don't even know. To go with Ramirez that there was another serial killer that ended up staying at the Cecil.
I wonder how.
Yes, so. It was actually 10 years later, back in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
A Johann, known as Jack Unterweger.
Oh, maybe it's Johann.
Johann?
Is it Johan?
Yeah.
It's Johann. I went to school with somebody whose name was spelled like that. I mean, he was Dutch.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of exotic, so if somebody has anything that's a fun name.
This is true white.
Oh, well.
Johann is white.
I'm American too.
Johann?
I'm doing the best I can.
Okay, so there's another serial killer, Johann. What's his last name? Unterweger.
It was found out that during his time there, he had killed 3 prostitutes.
Enough with the killing of the prostitutes.
I know, there's a lot of this.
Businessmen.
Also, as a really super quick side note, it was rumored that also the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short, stayed at the Cecil. Never confirmed, but heavily rumored because of obviously all the bad shit that happened
look at the ledger.
Yeah, right? Give it up.
The ledger.
Give it up. And but he was like later actually, so he killed the 3 prostitutes, and he was later convicted of killing at least 12 prostitutes in his time, and it's believed that he had killed more. He was actually a serial killer that was more famous in Austria, Germany, where he's from, and he has an interesting backstory that I'll quickly get into.
Okay.
He was born to a mother who was a prostitute herself.
Oh, okay. That's case closed. Right? I get it. Motive done.
I was like, and we found it.
And we found it.
And we found it.
What a little stereotypical bitch.
And he was fathered by an unknown American soldier.
Done.
Sorry for the tap. You guys might have heard that, but I was very...
So American prostitutes are his target.
Yes. So all prostitutes, because when he was back home in
Austria?
Austria, Germany, whatever.
Okay.
Both. He is arrested for murdering one prostitute, but he actually is known for like abusing them. So he was like working his way up gradually.
Him.
Yeah, I would actually love to. I feel like great, to get more into him too. And I mean, I don't know. I talk a little bit. I do a quick summary. So that'd be listeners, let us know. Put it in the comments.
If you want us to do a deep dive on Johann Unterberger from
that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Germany. From Germany, let us know.
Please, thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're British.
We'll do the whole episode in a British accent on the Patreon.
Yeah, you're welcome. So when he was growing up, he's also too very like serial killer coded, experienced severe abuse.
Oh, okay. From his mother?
At the hands of his grandfather. His mother completely ended up abandoning him when he was like younger. Because she was just like heavy into the prostitution. So he was in his early... I don't even remember where he left off. I'll just get into it. So he was in his...
the serial killer. Johann Unterberger.
Johann Jack. Known commonly as Jack. So he was in his early 20s when he killed his first prostitute, like we were talking about. And before her, like I was also saying, he was severely abusive toward them. When he was convicted, though, he was jailed for that murder, and he was actually became literate during his sentence, or while he was serving his sentence. And he wrote short stories, plays, and a book while in jail called Purgatory, or The Trip to Prison, Report of a Guilty Man. And the justice system, because he did that, thought that he was reformed. So after he wrote that book, he was released, and his book was actually such a good seller that he started going around country and the world doing talk shows on his book and interviews. But it wasn't long into like his travel that they saw the theme of prostitutes coming up murdered everywhere he was going. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. So quickly, right? And this was in the 90s? In the 90s. And where was he arrested in Germany? It was in Germany. So it's more of a lenient they're more into system. Reform. Oh, this is stupid. So he was quickly assigned detective unit to like watch him. And then that's actually when they were able to collect a supposed, and I quote, mountain of evidence that convicted him again. He was jailed by 94, but he ended up ultimately committing suicide after he got put in jail. Okay. The second time he hung himself. So now we're going to fast forward about 20 years in 2005 and 13 era, which is when the Cecil had regrouped and they successfully split into an already partial residential hotel into almost 2 different entities. And that's when they created the hostel that's named A Stay on Main. Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah, I love that. Horrible. Well, yeah, I do like the name though. A Stay on Main. I know, but like, it sounds like nice. Deviously misleading. Oh, for sure, for sure. So this was targeting younger travelers, and essentially it was giving the Cecil a second chance. Mm-hmm. They were able to do this by keeping the tenants on the 2nd and 3rd floor, giving the Stay on Main the 4th, 5th, and 6th floor, and then keeping the remaining floors for the guests to the Cecil. However, it's here that it's going to bring us to one of the most famous and controversial deaths ever happened at the Cecil, and this is the disappearance and death of Elisa Lam. It was, all right. Let's get into it. It was 2013 when a missing persons report was made after the parents of Elisa failed to hear back from their daughter, and she left from Canada to go on a solo trip backpacking the west coast of America. After not hearing from the daughter for a day, she regularly checked in like clockwork too. Her parents their alarms started going off, and they had the hotel check on Elisa's room, where it was confirmed that she had not been in, and she had left her phone, computer, medications inside. This very quickly, they were able to see that Elisa was not returning, and this matter got pushed to the authorities, who did immediate check of the area, coming up with no trace of Elisa.
It's so interesting how quickly they responded.
Yeah. Well, it's nice, but I mean...
No, it's nice, but it was a little... I don't know why. Maybe it's just like... It leans into the suspicion of it all and the mystery of it all. But yeah, anyway, sorry.
Yeah. And it was actually about a week after her disappearance, the hotel turned over the security camera tapes, and they were able to get a visual of Elisa, but it was the day that she went missing. And they saw that what they saw from her in that video only left more questions.
It was so confusing. I remember it.
And as the LAPD, when they looked at it, they decided ultimately to release it to the public to see if the public can help with, had they seen her, or can they, chime in.
I guess so, but what was the point of releasing it to the public? You should have just released a photo of her.
Yes.
There was nothing in that video that the public could have given more insight to, because everything that looked like was spooking her or whatever, and I'm sure you're going to go into what the thing was. It was all off camera.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a little weird that it's just interesting. I mean, we should be able to see it, but yeah.
It was definitely a choice that you as detectives, you had no lead, you had nowhere to go, and that you're asking the public to what were they gonna
do?
Yeah, what were they truly gonna do? And it only brought forward internet sleuths and conspiracy theorists and just a string of leads that went nowhere ultimately. So in the video that we're talking about, you see Elisa entering into a elevator very normally. But then she starts acting a little off as soon as she gets in. It's nothing crazy, but she starts by pressing every single button in the middle column, going from top to bottom. Honestly, it's not something I would have read into if she wasn't missing. I just would have been she's letting her inner kid out. I'm guilty of doing dumb shit like that all the time. So from that, they actually were able to figure out what floor she was on, which was the 14th floor, because when she pressed all the buttons that were going in the middle column from up to bottom, starting with the first one, it lit up and immediately dulled out again and went out. So that meant that she was on that floor.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, what does that mean?
After the door stays open in this video, you see her almost investigate what's causing the doors to remain open. As a spoiler, we do come to find out too that the reason why the door remained open was because one of the buttons that she pressed, the bottom one, was a hold door button, and that's why it stayed open. While the door's open, she pops her head out quickly. She looks up and down the hallway outside and then pops back into the elevator. She does this a few times, but you do see that she ends up favoring the right side of the hall, spending more time with their head popped out looking that way. And it actually made a few of the investigators and internet sleuths think that there could have been somebody there that she was talking to, but it was hard for them to say that, or was she having an episode from her bipolar disorder. Her having this disorder also comes more into play because not only was there that moment on the CTV that caught Elisa having come out of the elevator making very strange hand and arm movements, but that she was also found on the toxicology report that she had very low levels of her medication in her body at the time of her passing.
Right, I remember that too. She wasn't taking her medication regularly, she hopefully she really should have been.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. So, but before we get into her death, I do want to go quickly over the 2 weeks that she went missing and what else the detectives were theorizing.
It was 2 full weeks. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay.
So previously said at the Cecil. As previously said at the Cecil / Estate on Main, there was only half a block away from Skid Row, as we know.
Yeah.
And this is one of the largest homeless colonies that in our nation. If not one of the very few and open drug trade in America too, where police do not bother to disband it.
So. Yeah, it's almost like a open air market is the word, because there's one in Philadelphia.
Oh, is there?
It has that's the worst open air market for heroin.
Wow.
Yeah, I looked a lot into it a few years ago. So I'm sure it's similar. I didn't look it up in terms of Skid Row, but I'm sure I think it's called open air market. Drugs are just being sold. There's really not much they can do.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get a control under.
And especially if you go in and you're trying to disband it, it, you're displacing all those people, the homeless people, to like potentially go to more favorable areas, and of course,
and it's also, it's a very, drug abuse is it's very hard to what's the word, like it's hard to combat, because like you want to be like, okay, no more drugs, we're getting rid of all your drugs, you're just killing all the people.
That's always going to be
you have to put them, you can't just take it away, you have to fix the underlying issue. So
with that knowledge, along with Elisa doing those strange movements, they did run and thought that maybe she was on some sort of illicit drug at the time. But with not much else to run off of, they were left with still trying to figure out where she is, if they were able to see where she went from the elevator. And they ended up from that being glued watching the entrance and exit of the hotel to see what her next move was, and that never came. Elisa never left the hotel, and they were able to confirm that. At least not through the entrance.
Oh, right.
So now
she went through a portal.
She went through a fairy portal.
A fairy portal.
So
she's playing D&D.
She's actually just having fun.
She's been in a campaign for 5 years. For 10 years.
So now hit with this information, it becomes a huge sweep of the hotel, and I'm going through all 700 rooms.
Oh my god.
Because the elevators, although they had the Stay on Main, the residential, and the Cecil, they were all shared elevators.
Yes, that I've heard. Yep.
And that's another thing, was like you would have like these young people that would stay at a Stay on Main.
Like backpackers that are just like breaded and bushy-tailed, probably coming from relatively wealthy backgrounds.
Yeah.
You know, middle class at least.
Yeah. And just looking for like a cheaper way to stay.
And they're staying with people who are in a, what was that term we used?
Homeless.
High risk lifestyle.
Oh, high risk lifestyle. Yes, yes.
Lifestyle.
I do love that as a
dealing
key
with
term.
drugs, dealing with nefarious people, having questionable actions, just trying to survive.
And they were easily sharing elevators with these people. That was another thing that people ran into, was that person that people thought she was talking to outside the elevator. Was that somebody that was, you
you always thought it was like a somebody.
Yeah. And were they less than well-intentioned people? But you can't say whether or not she was talking to somebody, or if she was having the episode, or anything could have been a possibility there, and we just never got the confirmation on that. After they do the sweep through all 700 rooms, checking all 15 floors, this goes over a span of 2 days to get this done. They still don't find her, and it's about a week later that the hotel manager starts getting complaints of water being discolored, that it has a weird taste and smell to it.
Let me stop you.
Please.
Why are people tasting the water? I guess brushing their teeth.
Yeah.
We are not drinking tap water in LA, people.
But I mean, also the residents are low income, so like, are they just using the tap water to drink?
Oh, true. I'm a snob. That's so true. But
I know. But also, we know from Long Island, like, you're not supposed to drink the tap water. Like, that's a big no-no. But back in the day when I was younger, it was okay.
In Aruba, apparently, I think it's some of the best water in the world.
Really? Not here.
No, baby.
I wouldn't don't drink the tap water in America. I don't trust any of America. Maybe Maine. They have Poland Springs.
Maine?
Oh. And now this, obviously, all these complaints prompts the maintenance worker to go take a routine look to see if they can find what the issue is coming from. And especially because the water pressure itself ends up super light. Right. So they have to figure out what it is that's going on.
Maybe an animal got in there or something.
Yeah.
That was probably what they thought.
Yeah. And when it comes to water pressure, where do you go to get that solved? The water tanks.
Yeah, on the top.
So when the maintenance man got up there, he's met with the body of Elisa Lam, and she's floating face up, naked, and is quoted to say that the maintenance man is quoted to say that she's ghost white.
She was naked?
She was naked. You didn't know?
No, I don't.
Yeah, her clothes were at the bottom
of the tank.
Yeah.
Oh, how interesting. Okay.
So once she's retrieved in autopsy, that's where they find that the medicine levels are low. She's also cleared having taken any drugs, so she wasn't on any illicit drugs. And that would have been
in her body 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was pretty decomposed. She was like in a well within decomposition. So they were trying to figure out, was this death accidental? Did they have a murder on their hands? How did she get there? And again, they didn't have any leads or connections as to why Lisa ended up in the water tank. And having already combed through the hotel staff, and along with her previous roommates, Elisa only had them for a short time too, by the way, that they had nothing to go on. So police had no reason to believe that she died at the hands of somebody else, and she did not have any abuse to her outside or inside body, so that type of potential was taken away, and she also had no reason for her to take her own life purposely, because she had plans to return to school when she was back home. One of the things that she was known to be was very avid on Tumblr. If you don't know, her Tumblr is still out.
Aww.
So you could look up to see what she's posted or what she had posted.
What was the cause of death?
Accidental drowning, I believe.
So weird. I don't believe it was not homicide.
I just that's where a lot of people are. Why did she end up there? And one of the things too, because I know when you're a victim of drowning, usually you're face down, and she was found face up. One of the things that could have made her face up, and they believe turned her body, was the elevating and decreasing levels of the water tank. So
yeah. That I feel like it's hard to even make any sort of judgment off of where or how her body was found in the tank, because if it's sitting in water for 2 weeks, it's going to move around, it's going to be floating, it's going to be doing all that stuff, and you're going to write the levels. But I just I guess if she was having personally, I don't have bipolar disorder, so I cannot 100% not that I can't empathize, but I can't put myself in the situation of what your mental state would be in that moment for you to be in the tank and then drown instead of finding your way out, unless she went in there in a manic episode. Maybe she was really hot and she wanted to pull, who knows what the case was, and then she wasn't, maybe once you're in the water tank, it's not easy to get out of the water tank either.
And they had dogs track her scent, and they tracked it to a window that had a fire escape on the outside, and that's where they lost their scent. So they believe that she left out the window, climbed up the fire escape, and somehow got up there. But the thing is too, is how did she get access to get inside the water tank by herself? That's
another thing of neglect too from the hotel, that it should have even been accessible by the guests.
Exactly. Even if somebody actually tried to get into it, a lock and key or something should have been placed, especially because it's the water tank. It's something that you can't
not just somebody drowning with, it's also the water supply to your guests. It should be contained and be safe.
Yeah, exactly.
They were drinking decomposed human fluids.
And technically, she probably could have stayed alive. I mean, if you know how to float. Oh, I guess unless oxygen could have ran out.
Or if you
because it's so water, tired. You could just drink the water.
She's been there for 2 weeks.
Well, if you know how to float.
For 2 weeks, your body gets exhausted.
Even floating?
Yeah. Yeah, you can
That's
just float
true.
forever.
Why not?
We would be able to live in the water.
You can't just float? Aliens do.
She was a fairy.
So, from there, the Cecil had just one more death by falling, and it was an unidentified male.
Just one.
One more. Just one more to the list, to the roster. But they, and that was in 2015, but of course they ended up continuing to fall on hard times as the Cecil's luck, and they weren't getting enough revenue from the hostel or the hotel from them being low income housing, and they finally closed their doors to travelers in 2021. You can no longer stay at the Cecil.
Oh, it's completely closed.
It's completely closed to travelers like guests, but it's still a low income residence. And today, 2024, the Cecil is up for sale.
Wow. Well, actually, I think I just saw somebody bought it.
Really?
Wait, unless I'm... Oh, no, you're right. It's for sale. You can buy that.
Okay.
The owners listed it for sale.
Okay, yeah. They were quick, I think. They bought it 2017 or something. And they quickly, they're, no, thank you.
We're good. This isn't going to do shit for us. Well, that was great. The Cecil Hotel is very scary. I personally would stay for a night. For funs and good, but for shits and gigs. But
I would need my own bedding. I would.
No, I mean we wouldn't be sleeping.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. I would stay for a night, not sleeping.
Standing the entire time.
Give me a cup of coffee and a wheelchair, maybe, so I can sit.
Yeah.
Ooh, a scooter.
A scooter.
I would love.
I would do that.
Me too. I would explore it. I would be there for the night. I would
do a little nappy nap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, a cot. I could do a cot.
They're like, what are you bringing, ma'am? You think I'm laying on your disgusting beds? I'm good.
I'm not doing it.
No, I mean, that's a crazy hotel. I've heard of, I think, obviously, like I said, the first time I heard about it was in 2013 with the Elisa Lam case.
Yeah.
But it's just so interesting to see how many times it's been in pop culture, like American Horror Story, like we said, and I'm sure some other things as well. And just it's crazy to think of this one building and just the history and the relationship it's had with death for so many years.
There was one of the residents that had stayed there. He went and he was on one of the shows that were covering the Elisa Lam case, and he was quoted. He said, "You as a resident, you know not to go up past, I think it was like the 12th floor, because if you were up over that, there was a chance you were being thrown out, like you were flying out the window. So common for people to have killed themselves via jumping or what have you, that, or even being pushed and murdered that way, that you just did not go past a certain level.
That's so interesting.
And the Night Stalker stayed on the 14th floor.
Why couldn't he throw himself out?
Too bad, right? Missed opportunity.
Go, man.
It was definitely, for me, I feel like it was doomed from the get. Like...
Oh, from the jump.
From the jump.
It was bad timing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm sure that they did something nefarious to even just get the property. There has to be something like that. It must be buried on like a Native American like grave or something crazy.
That's what I thought too. But I think one of the managers were like, we thought like that has been thought, but it was debunked.
No,
there's no graves there.
You did a great job.
Thank you. I was so happy to cover the Cecil. I feel like it was just something interesting, and I can't wait to do something else, maybe without murder. But I said that last time, so
yeah. But we can do.
Anything
ooky, spooky, otherworldly, you know, aliens.
Which is a hot topic if you guys didn't know about the fucking aliens out there.
Oh, I know. She's on it.
I'm on it. It's all over my mind. I can't stop thinking about the drones, the water. We've just been swimming with aliens in their home.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on another riveting experience with the Hot Ghouls Club. Jamie did a phenomenal job on the Cecil Hotel. And if you want to send us out.
Oh, yes. So we will catch you in the shadows and stay ghouly.
Bye.